Hey guys, V. Rigoni, Max, high performance real estate entrepreneur. Hey, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel because this stuff's important. What we're going to talk about today is some really important information. This is stuff that has been taught to you all your life that is absolutely freaking wrong. Where am I going with this now? It's about creating a team. It's about creating a partnership. So let's talk about, should you be doing this all by yourself or should you have a partner? I've talked about this a little bit again in some of the shorts that I've put out there, but we're going to get into this a little bit deeper. You hear this stuff as you're growing up. So what are the things that you tend to hear a lot of? You hear that you should never have a partner. Partners are going to steal from you. Partners are not going to do their part. You're just going to have these bad relationships being created. You're just not going to get along. I got to tell you, is that true? Well, yeah, it can be. Not everything works the way you hope to. You ever get in your car and it didn't start? Or does that mean you don't ever get in your damn car again? You get the damn car fixed. The analogy works from that standpoint because when I was out there and I did this all by myself, back in the 90s, I was able to build up a pretty serious portfolio of single-family homes for my age at the time and where I was at. I had about a dozen single-family houses that were rented. The income off of that was paying for my mortgage, was paying for my kids to go to private school. All that stuff was being done at that time. All right, that's all great, but talk about a limited mindset. And not having a partner in many cases will also limit what you can do because of the fact that when you have a partner, what happens is you're out there you're doing all you can do. You have certain skill sets. Like if you see behind me, what do you see behind me besides the American flag? You see the superheroes because everybody has some super talent. You may be just great with numbers. You may be great with people. You may be great as a problem solver. You may be the greatest problem solver in the world, but you don't have everything. You don't have every attribute. You are not an expert. It doesn't come easy for you. I learned a long time ago when I was in my 20s that going to seminars and doing the things that you may be doing right now. And that was the shit that you're good at, you do. And the shit you're not good at, you either get a partner to help you do it or you hire people. Now, in the very beginning, you may not have the resources to go hire a bunch of people. So then having a partner is the way to go. But you've been told all your life, growing up, you're told, oh, don't have a partner. You're just going to have too much grief. It's not going to work out. Partnerships don't work. That is such bullshit. Some partnerships absolutely suck, but a great number of partnerships can be the greatest advantage you've ever come across. Because now, instead of just owning a dozen rental properties, I'm sitting here now and I own a golf course. I own multiple restaurants. I own multiple apartment buildings. I own a marina. I own a financial practice. That just didn't come from me just going out there and doing it. Yeah, I'm good at certain things. I'm good with people, but I suck with numbers. What I mean by that is that you show me a spreadsheet and I'm like, what the hell are we looking at here? Now people will say, well, I can figure it out, but I don't want to. I have no interest in it. I was just having a conversation just a few minutes ago with Adam, our audio engineer, right? Adam, jack of all video, audio. He's the guy. You can't be an expert in everything because he's like, I thought you knew a lot more about cameras and all that. I'm like, I know they exist. I know what they're good for. I know what's the best one to get. I can turn it on and then I can't do another damn thing. Does that make me bad? No. That means I'm not interested in that. I'm not focused in that. I'm focused in creating businesses and growing businesses. I'm focused in buying businesses. Have partners. If you have a partner, what you're going to do is you're going to be adding to your skill set. 2 people getting out there, 3 people getting out there, dividing up the workload, getting it done operationally. Again, if you just want to go buy 1 or 2 rental properties, a half a dozen rental properties, a couple single family homes, you don't need a damn partner. If your vision is that limited, and that doesn't make you bad. If your vision is not to become a decamillionaire, to leave a legacy of that kind of thing, no problem. You could be a lone wolf. Lone wolves, they got to rely on just themselves in order to eat. That's why wolves run in a pack. I want you to start to think about the fact that having a partner, even though you've been told at school, you've been told by professors, you've been told by your parents that partners are bad. Oh, and what's the worst freaking partner you can have, according to these people? That'd be a family member. Because why? Oh, because there's assumptions made. There's emotions involved. Oh, don't get involved with family. That is absolutely ridiculous. My greatest partner is my son, but he was also there at 14 years old, helping me clean out buildings 2 and 3 in the morning when we had a new tenant moving in the next day. He was there doing that work with me. And then he became my partner. Now he's the CEO of our company. He brings multiple aspects to the business. Number 1 is mindset. Number 2 is vision. Can't imagine whether it's the first or the second, but his vision is insane. It's like I've talked about in the past. He has an unlimited vision. He takes my big vision and he makes me look small in the way I think. And why is that? I was raised by a parent that became wealthy, became very industrious, all these things, but he also had a very limited vision. I was raised on that. he was not raised under that. My vision was much bigger. You hear this. They'll say champagne taste on a beer budget. What you want is champagne taste on a champagne budget. And that's one of the kind of people you want as a partner. If you got a partner that's got a champagne vision, a champagne taste, but they're only helping you generate beer money, well, you got the wrong guy. You got the wrong woman. You want to make sure that the vision and the desire is equaling to the performance. So therefore, how do you know you got a good partner? Number one, you're going to be looking for a partner that will enhance what you do. If you're like me and you're really good with people, you're really good with communication, and you think that's your superpower, that's what makes you succeed, then you would need someone that maybe is really good with numbers, that's really good with being able to do the underwriting. If you could put the deal together, you got to make sure it's a good deal. In the beginning, it's easy to figure out if a deal is good right off the bat. But once you get into negotiations and the prices start to change and the terms start to change, you have to continually do the underwriting of that deal in order to make sure that in the end, what you bought is still a good deal. Because a lot of really good deals start out in your mind as a good deal, but by the time you get done with the negotiations and get done all the work, you got to make sure at the end it's also a good deal. And that's where somebody with numbers that can do the calculations, that can think out of the box. That's why, along with Jonathan, who has the vision, we also have another partner. His name is Andy, and he was a CPA by trade. He can do the calculations. Yes, can I do the calculations? Absolutely. But do I want to do them? No, it's not where my strength is. And so he's able to do that. So you have partners for different reasons, and they fill these holes. You can't get down this road all by yourself. It just doesn't work. You need to have people you can trust. What I would suggest, though, is when you bring a partner in, partner on a specific deal. In other words, start small. How you start small here is, let's say you're just buying a couple single-family homes, and you want to start out with a partner. Well, bring him in on the first deal, in the first house. Let's see if the relationship works. Is the person going to be doing what they're supposed to be doing? And they better be doing more. Are they the ones bringing the money to the table, or are they going to be bringing the work to the table? What part of the work are they going to be doing? Make sure you outline these things. See, one of the reasons this really works between myself and my son, who are the majority partners in what we do, is because we both know what we're good at. Is he good with people? Absolutely. But does he want to deal with people? No, I'm good with people. I don't like doing numbers. And so therefore, it would pull me back just to have that. So between the two of us, we're able to then go out and find the deals. We're able to negotiate the deals between the two of us. We're able to make sure that the numbers work. Why? Because then we bring in our other partner, Andy, and he does a lot of the underwriting and then the financing. You can't be everything. If you're everything, you're nothing. You're just all over that. Just this morning alone, we're negotiating a very large SBA loan. At the same time, we're past the time where we're supposed to be getting it. So we may be in the penalty phase of buying out the owner financing on a deal. That's Andy. Andy's all over that part of the deal. He's dealing with the bank. He's dealing with the SBA. It's not me. I can't be in 3 different places all at the same time. But by putting these efforts together, we're growing so much faster. If you have a draft horse, and that draft horse, it can pull X amount of weight. But if you put 2 draft horses together in tandem, and they're in sync, and they've worked together, they can pull like 3 times the amount of weight. That's what you're looking for with a partner. So start small, think big, start small, grow fast. And a partner will help you do all those things at the same time. If the first deal doesn't work and there's all kinds of bullshit and the guy's not doing, the woman's not doing what they say they're going to do, or they're starting to steal from you or whatever, walk away. You're done. Never to do it again. Just because you partner up on the first deal doesn't mean they're your partner for life. If you go into the business like this and you set it up this way, then you can grow. And you'll grow much faster. That's what this whole thing about partnership. And if you can do it with a family member, there's nothing more fun. I get to spend all kinds of time with my son. You know, I talk about legacy, right? Legacy is really important to me. But I get to spend the kind of time with my son that very few people ever do. Now, do we have moments? Absolutely. At the same time, we tremendously respect each other. We love each other. And so we get past it. If it's family members, just make sure that you really outline the required efforts, what they're going to do. Create a checklist. What is it that the other person is supposed to bring to the table? What is it you're bringing to the table? If it's about money, if you're the one putting up the money like my father was, and I did all the work, you can't sit there later on and say, that was a bad deal. It was the deal I made. In this world, what we want to do is we want to go from active income to managed income. But in the beginning, It's about active income. You're out there doing. You've got to make sure that the partner has the same level of energy that you do. If you're the one horse that wants to pull all the weight and the other horse wants to sit back and just say, hey, it's a nice ride, you're not going to be pulling 3 times the weight. When it comes to business, when it comes to this business, then their goals should be aligned with your goals. You can't have 2 different sets of goals. And then you have to meet with your partner regularly to make sure that your goals are staying in line and that you're achieving these goals. And there's the activity to reach these goals. We always spend some time every week talking about the bigger picture. And then we spend 2 meetings a week talking about the operations of what's going on. And that's what you have to do. And if you do this, then your partnership is going to be a successful partnership. V. Rigoni, Max, high performance real estate entrepreneur. Let's get out there. Let's make it happen.